This storyline has the kind of tension that makes Port Charles feel dangerous again. Two powerful men collapsing in the exact same house within months of each other. That is the sort of detail that starts out looking like coincidence and slowly turns into something much darker. And if Liz is the one who starts connecting the dots, then I honestly think she could be walking straight into the most dangerous situation she has faced in a long time. Before we get into this, I want to make it clear that this video includes both officially established General Hospital storyline context and fan speculation. The rumor sections are theories only, not confirmed future plot details. So here is what we officially know about these characters and the current state of Port Charles. Drew has been deeply tied to political drama, personal betrayals, and rising tension involving Willow and Nina. Brennan has remained one of the more mysterious figures in town, especially with his WSB background and the constant feeling that he always knows more than he says. Nina and Willow continue to have one of the most emotionally explosive relationships on the canvas, while Liz and Dante are exactly the kind of people who notice when something does not add up. And honestly, guys, that is where this entire theory starts getting really interesting. The rumor going around is that Brennan suddenly collapses after visiting Drew's house. Nina allegedly rushes Brennan to General Hospital in a panic after realizing he may be having a stroke. According to the theory, Nina tells doctors that Brennan stopped by Drew's place and suddenly lost consciousness while talking to her. The doctors focus on saving Brennan, not interrogating Nina, because their only concern in that moment is the patient. But while Nina waits anxiously at the hospital, Liz supposedly notices something that nobody else is paying attention to. Why did Brennan collapse in the exact same location where Drew previously suffered a stroke-like medical crisis? And why did both incidents happen within just a few months of each other? That detail alone feels like classic General Hospital storytelling to me. This show loves patterns. It loves repeated locations. It loves situations where one strange event suddenly becomes terrifying once it happens twice. According to the theory, Liz starts quietly asking questions because she genuinely fears Nina may be caught up in something dangerous. Dante then arrives to take Nina's statement about what happened to Brennan, and this is where things could spiral fast. Liz may decide to share her suspicions with Dante. Not accusations, not conclusions, just concerns. The kind of concerns that become impossible to ignore once somebody says them out loud. From there, Dante and Liz could potentially speak with Lucas about whether Brennan and Drew's medical emergencies make sense medically. Lucas might explain that both men previously appeared healthy, which immediately raises even more questions. If there was no major warning sign beforehand, then what caused two sudden collapses connected to the same place? Stress? Shock? Some kind of hidden trigger? Or something much worse? Now, this is where the fan theory goes completely off the rails in the best soap opera way possible. The speculation suggests Liz later decides to stop by Drew's house after work because she cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong, and this is the moment where everything changes. According to the rumor, Liz walks into a horrifying scene. Willow may allegedly be injecting Drew with some kind of sedative or paralytic medication while emotionally unloading all of her anger toward Nina. The theory claims Willow blames Nina for the destruction happening around them and believes Nina's actions pushed everything to this point. And the scary part? Nina is not even there yet, which means Liz accidentally overhears everything. If this theory turns out even partially true, then Liz suddenly becomes the most dangerous person in Port Charles because she knows too much. She would allegedly realize that Drew and Brennan's collapses may not have been natural medical emergencies at all. That is the kind of revelation that changes everything. And if you ask me, there are actually 3 reasons this rumor feels believable within the logic of General Hospital. First, the repeated location matters way too much to ignore. Soap writers rarely repeat a specific setting for 2 major medical incidents unless they want viewers to question what connects them. Drew's house would immediately become suspicious once Brennan collapses there too. Second, Nina's panic actually makes the theory stronger. If Brennan simply collapsed randomly, Nina being frightened would make sense. But if she appears overly nervous or defensive while explaining what happened, that changes the energy completely. General Hospital characters always reveal more through emotional reactions than through dialogue. Third, Willow's emotional instability could realistically push her into dangerous territory. Willow has been under enormous psychological pressure for a long time now. Betrayal, manipulation, emotional exhaustion, family conflict, all of it keeps piling up. Soap operas thrive on moments where emotionally broken characters make catastrophic decisions in private. But I also think there is another possible direction here. What if Nina is not actually guilty of causing anything? What if she discovers what Willow has done and desperately tries to cover it up to protect her daughter? That possibility honestly feels just as realistic to me. Nina has crossed lines before when it comes to protecting family, especially Willow. So instead of being the mastermind, she could end up becoming an accomplice after the fact because she panics and makes one terrible decision after another. And that could explain why Liz becomes such a threat. Because Liz is not emotional in situations like this. She observes, she notices details, she stays calm long enough to understand what she is looking at. If Liz sees evidence connecting Willow and Nina to both collapses, then she immediately becomes somebody who could expose everything. That is why the final part of this rumor feels so dark. The theory claims Liz tries to leave and contact Dante, but Nina suddenly returns home and catches her. A confrontation allegedly breaks out. Liz is attacked and knocked unconscious before she can fully explain what she discovered. And by the time Dante arrives, Liz is already injured. Now, from a storytelling perspective, this would create massive fallout across Port Charles. Dante would become obsessed with finding out who hurt Liz. Lucas could start questioning the original medical assumptions about Drew and Brennan. Willow's emotional state would deteriorate even further. Nina could spiral into survival mode trying to protect both herself and her daughter. And Brennan himself could become the biggest wild card of all if he wakes up remembering more than anyone expects. But again, I need to stress this clearly. None of this outcome is officially confirmed. These are theories and fan speculation built around current character dynamics, recent tensions, and possible future twists. General Hospital changes direction constantly, and soaps are famous for misleading viewers right before a major reveal. Still, I cannot deny this theory has exactly the kind of layered chaos GH fans love. Medical mystery, family betrayal, secret violence, hidden guilt, Liz trapped in the middle of it all. It feels like the kind of storyline that could explode across every major family in Port Charles. And honestly, the image I cannot stop thinking about is Liz standing silently outside that room, hearing something she was never supposed to hear. Because in soaps, the truth is dangerous. But overhearing the truth, that is usually where the nightmare begins. So what do you guys think? Is Nina hiding something much darker than anyone realizes? Or could Willow secretly become the real danger in this entire situation?
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.